Working harder doesn't always increase your income. For many high performers, it actually does the opposite. If you're watching this, there's a good chance you're good at what you do. Not learning the basics, actually good. You hit targets, you close deals, people rely on you. And yet, there's this quiet feeling you can't fully explain. You're doing everything right, but your life isn't expanding the way you expected. Not just money, control, time, ownership. You don't feel lazy. You don't feel confused. You feel capped. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a simple diagnostic framework, the income system test. 3 questions that reveal whether your field operates as a capped income system or a leverage-based system. Most high performers don't discover this structure until years later. If this resonates, write capped in the comments. You're probably not the only one noticing it. Here's the mistake most high performers make. When something doesn't work, they assume the answer is more effort. Sell more, push harder, take more responsibility, chase the next promotion. But something strange happens. The harder you push, the structural ceiling doesn't move. Targets move, pressure increases, and the entire game resets every quarter. And here's the part most people never notice. Sometimes, the better you perform, the more dependent the system becomes on you, not freer, more dependent. Have you ever seen a top performer become extremely valuable to the company, but somehow not much freer in their life? That's not random, that's structure. Let me show you something important. Your income is not determined by how good you are. It's determined by the income system of the field you're in. Some systems reward effort. Some systems create operating leverage. And most people never notice which system they're inside. Some fields scale, others contain. Contained fields reward consistency, reliability, stability, but they rarely reward operating leverage. And when a high performer enters a contained system, something strange happens. The better you get, the more trapped you feel, because you're creating real value. But you don't own the outcome. You're not underperforming, you're simply under-leveraged. So let's name the tool that reveals this pattern. The income system test. 3 simple questions that reveal the structure of the field you're in. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Question 1. If you double your effort, can your income realistically double, or does it increase by 5%? Question 2. If you stop working for 1 month, does your income drop to 0? If the answer is yes, your income is still tied to time-based income. Question 3. Who owns the upside of the value you create? You or the company? Most people never ask these 3 questions, but they reveal the income system you're inside. And once you see it, you can't really unsee it. If this clarified something for you, save this video. You'll probably want to come back to this test later. Now here's where this becomes interesting. Some fields are built very differently. In those fields, skill doesn't just improve performance, it creates revenue scaling. One relationship can change a year, one deal can equal months of salary. One of the clearest examples is real estate. Not because it's easy, it isn't, but structurally it allows leverage. And leverage is what removes ceilings, but real estate is just one example. The real insight is this: field structure matters more than effort. When people hear this, they panic. Do I quit my job? Do I start over? No, that's not the point. The point is awareness, because once you see the structure of the game you're playing, you can start making decisions strategically, not emotionally. Now you have a way to see the structure. The income system test. 3 questions that reveal the income system you're operating inside, which means you're no longer guessing. You're evaluating the game with clarity. So I'm curious about something. What field are you in right now? Sales, tech, corporate, something else? Write it in the comments. I rate every single one. And in the next video, we're going to break down something that explains this even deeper. The difference between time-based income and outcome-based income, because that one distinction is why some careers scale and others never do. If you want to understand how income systems actually work, subscribe to the channel. Once you see this framework, you start noticing it everywhere. I'll see you in the next video.